Hello again. And Deborah and myself, we would like to talk about a very, very powerful symbol and mantra that she received some years ago for blessing ourselves and blessing the world. And the mantra is called Shefa, which means abundance. So, if you will, Deborah, please.
Okay. Just to show you the symbol, how it looks. This is the symbol. It's called Shefa, which means abundance. And it's a symbol in sacred language.
It's a Hebrew word.
It's a Hebrew word, Shefa. And the sacred language, it means it's a live language.
Yes.
And when I received it, I was told by Spirit that the symbol of the sacred language is above the barrier of language, which means it gets to the straight to the consciousness of people. It does not get blocked by the fact that you speak Hebrew or you don't speak Hebrew. Of course, I was skeptical, or maybe I will say how and when I received it. It was in the beginning of 2001, which, if you remember, there was the Intifada, second Intifada was then, in Israel, in Jerusalem. It was very, very difficult times. And I went to a spiritual workshop with our dear teacher then, Deborah West, and I went to Hawaii. And I remember that when I went, I really, really wanted to find some kind of an answer or solution or an understanding to what is it that is happening? What is all this blood and explosion and hate? And it was really very bad times then. And I arrived to Hawaii, and I was sick at the time. I was taking antibiotics. I thought, oh, it would be a waste of a workshop. And as I got there, I had like a vision was waiting for me. And this vision explained to me all about what was happening here. And it showed me how the energy level of the world was raising up. And like when you get suddenly more electricity, when the electricity raises up, so the light bulbs explode. So this is how we here in Israel, the people were exploding because of this air. And they said to me, the guides, that the energy from the center of the universe comes down first in Jerusalem, into the earth, and from there it spreads to the world. So this is why we here in Jerusalem, in Israel, we're the first ones to get this impact of the raising of the frequency. And this is why we are the first one to explode, because we just cannot contain all this. And then I received this symbol. And it's a symbol of abundance, because I was told that what is growing, actually it was the raising of the frequency of abundance. It seemed horrible at that time because we could not contain that. But they said the symbol of abundance actually teaches the consciousness how to expand, how to be able to hold more of the energy of abundance, and then we can contain more without exploding. And also I was told first it happens here, then it will happen in the whole world. And another thing I was told is that all people have to do is see it, and it imprints in their consciousness, and then they begin to get what Shefa, what abundance actually means. So all this, of course I was skeptical, like maybe you are right now when you hear that, because it sounded like a big story. So I saw this, and of course it didn't look like this, it was just like these lines. And I drew it fast on a piece of paper, and there and then, in Hawaii, I went around to show it to people, to ask what they see. And one after the other, people told me, ah, this is our logo. And I say, yeah, why? What do you see here? And each one had a different explanation because this is the nature of abundance. It's a creative force that is, each one receive it in his own or her own way. And all of them are right and correct because it's like electricity. Yeah, electricity is a one energy, and you can plug in heater, it will heat. You can plug in cool, it will cool. You can do whatever you want with the same energy. So this is what the abundance is. Okay, how the symbol is built. And this is here. You can also see, you will see. So can you see that board?
Yes, I
like
can.
this? Okay. So that was the first line. And this line is a line, some people call it line of sinus wave.
A sine wave.
Sine, yeah. This is the second line. This is the completion to the circle. And this is the third line. So here we see 3 lines, which are also 3 letters in the alphabet.
In the alphabet.
Yeah. This one, this is a shin, this is a pei, and this one is an ayin, which is shefa. The kinetic way, because it's a live language, right? We said sacred language is a live language. So when I am embodying Shefa, this is me. So here, one hand, I receive. We are all people, all creation, all and everything, we receive one. We receive from the same source, we receive from the same energy. But we can get as much as we can get, but we receive the same. Now, I receive, what I receive comes into me, then it gets my color. Yeah, I receive, and then it becomes a Dvorah. When you receive, it becomes Eliyahu.
For sure.
When this one receives, it becomes a board. You know,
That's right.
Each and everything becomes itself. And then, with the other hand, with the other line, what I receive becomes me, and then this is what I give. I give me. This is how the one becomes everything. This is how creation multiplies. Okay?
Wow.
Yeah. Now, the more I'm aware of this movement, of this energy, I receive, it comes, it flows through me, and I give. I feel the center of me grows because it gets energized, because I feel it, I consciously. The more it grows, this energy of spreading.
I'm
growth.
spreading.
Yeah.
In Hebrew we say pitzutz or lachafetz. It all has to do with spreading, like the point, which becomes all things, or the slang pow, or you can find a lot of examples with the P.
Yeah. Yeah. And it is also
plenty.
Yeah, we can see that it's like the spiral, that it's starting from the center,
The
and
single
then
point, and then it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it grows.
Yes.
And then what we see is that the more I receive and I let it flow, the more I give. When I do that, also you do that. Yeah? It's like, because what can I do with what I receive? I can only give it to you.
Or
What
to the earth,
or to the earth, or to anybody.
We're all one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but I cannot keep it. So then it means that the more I'm connected to abundance, the more everyone around me gets connected to abundance. This is how it goes. This is how we grow into being abundant. Huh?
Your friend.
Yeah. Okay, you wanted to say about the